Good evening and welcome to another edition of African Americans Ain't Africans, the talk, think show that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the so-called African American didn't find his way to America in the trunk of a ship. Every time I hear that term, I want to vomit. I just want to come on and talk about my experience at the No Grandma Killers tour this weekend in Atlanta. If I miss anybody, please forgive me, but I gotta go through the whole list. First off, a ton is something that we can't live. What Phoenix Moon pulled together with her band of Indians. Phoenix Moon and the Indians. That was what's happening this weekend. And what's so impressive about Phoenix Moon, and this is a point I made yesterday, is that when we talk about certain places, times in history are meant to really mess the indigenous people of America up. And everybody has some kind of information. Everybody does. Even the baby just coming out the womb now, they know something. It's unfortunately when they get with us, they seem to lose it, and we know why that is. And that was brought up this weekend. We're indigenous people, we got to make sure our children are intelligent when they step out into this world, because other people will try to come trick them like they tricking you, and you won't even be able to see it. You would think it's cool. You think you're doing something cool. One of the questions that one of the brothers asked me there, and I've been asking the Christians this since I've been back. What are the Christians? What was you guys' end game? Because you didn't prepare your children for anything. At the end of your life, what's your children's belongs in the hands of foreigners. And you motherfuckers did it on purpose. We're going to get to that later. But what Phoenix and the Indians did this weekend, y'all, I've never seen anything like it. There wasn't no argument. There wasn't no my socks are better than yours. It was love, 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 love. The way Davita Carter and her husband hooked up that food, you've never tasted anything like it. And I don't know if it was because of the atmosphere and the people that was there surrounding. It was a whole different atmosphere it was like we wasn't even on Earth. Seriously, it was like we were somewhere else. The kids was cool. They was off the hook. I'm talking about the 2 and 3 year olds. Everybody, imagine that. You go to a family reunion or something and everybody is cool. Hospitable, helpful, everybody helping each other, everybody going out of their way, guys opening doors for women all weekend. If you're trying to do something else, but you're doing something, somebody will come pick up what you had and move it on for you. It was the perfect scenario. And I was telling Rick Moon, it reminded me of ants. You know how ants work together? You never see ants rolling over each other. You never see an ants in the middle of the street fighting because one ant's antlers is longer than the other one's antennas. That's how it was going. Perfect. The symmetry was off the hook. So I want to give a shout out to Phoenix Moon. She said she's gonna do this in every city, and I believe her. I believe she's gonna get it done. It was beautiful. Everybody in there knew who they were. It was some people coming to get some clarification on some things, and it's one of the things I told the group: find out where your people lived. Did they live by a lake? Did they live by a mountain? Did they live in the mountains? Did they live by a creek? Did they live by the mounds? Because we went to the day the Etowah Mounds. If you're ever around some mounds, go visit the mounds. Lisa Cypress, the sister from Accomax, this sister was smacking on the ground and making the whole mound vibrate. It was some cold shit. Cold shit. Your relationship to the planet is second to none. You just can't hand it off to somebody because they think it's cute. See, we've been paying for a lot of mistakes we've done in the past, and we've been blaming other people. Nah, it's on us. It's on us. And for the past 50 years, we've been cooning. That civil rights group, I don't know what's gonna happen to you guys. I don't know what, because in life, you get out of it what you put into it. So all this time you on the planet, you gotta get something back. Right? I mean, that's common sense, right? You can't be an asshole while you're on the planet, and then when you die, you want tears and all that. Nah, that ain't how it happened. You get out of it what you put into it. That's why I try to put in so much. I don't think it's so much because I like doing it, because I don't like seeing us walking around stupid, ignorant. And that's why I'm like I am. I don't mean no harm to nobody. I don't. But god damn, y'all. You know, it's like the son when he gets 16 and you got to keep telling him to take out the trash. And you've been taking out the trash for the past 10 years. And I got to still tell you that, come on. And this is where the Negro is today. Place was packed. Johnny Aborigine came. He killed it. He came with a whole nother history from Louisiana. Now think about this. Here's a young man who's digging around where his people's from. How many of us do that? Shouldn't he have an institution somewhere where he can teach the youth that, and we fund it? Yeah. How come we don't do that? We always talk about this dumb shit. I'm going to the Buffalo Bills. He got drafted. You happy about that? You not happy about doing that for that brother? See, this is where I get pissed off. We don't support each other. And that's what made the Grandma Killer tour so Bombay. I mean, everybody, y'all, when I say everybody was on the same page. And that shit was beautiful. It was amazing. And I know I keep talking about Davita Carter, but they made this fried lemonade drink. That shit was off the hook. The talent. And that's what I'm saying. The talent that we have, how do we let that shit slip through our fingers like this and just give it away to other people? I mean, the stuff that they were doing with plants that they grew in their own damn garden. Had that food tasting like it off the hook. We not running the food. People ain't lining up to get into indigenous people's restaurant. Just let Wolfgang Puck have it. This where we at. The brothers that was back there was cooking Ask anybody who went and ask them about the food. They gonna tell you it was the shit. Tasha Z came in. Tasha Z was telling you about genealogy. Just trace through the females. The females are the ones that have the babies. I mean, how can you get tricked out of that? I hear these monkeys talking about they know men that can breastfeed. Men used to, this is that Afrocentric teaching. This is how our minds get confused. Because men say, black men say that they're the head of something, but you have to ask another man, you wear another man's shoes. You can't make your shoes, you gotta wear shoes that other men make. You're not a man. You're his bitch. Come on, let's be for real. See, we don't want to hear it because it hurt, because that's what really is. But you don't want your kids and your wife and everybody to know that's what you are. We ain't making our own shoes. And we cool about it? Really? And you had the brother, Stephon Marbury? He had to go over to China. They was buying his shit in China because we wouldn't do it here. This where we at. This where we at. Grilled lemonade. That shit was off the hook, thanks to Vita. Off the hook. Had these brothers, these brothers were so cold. This is who they remind me of. Remember them old talkies? What was those? Amos and Andy, Abbott and Costello. They kind of reminded me of that. This shit was tight. I'm gonna see if I can get them on this week. These brothers was off the hook, was talking about what's ours and telling you how to simply get it. And these brothers, these brothers talk so smooth. It's like, damn, you think you listen to Marvin Gaye or something? Highly intelligent. These are the brothers you got walking around, community. And if they say, hey, I'm selling a book, you throw the average Negro would turn their back on them, right or wrong. This is what we do in our community, and we've been taught this. But damn, even you got to see that there's some bullshit and change it. And I'm not talking about everybody, because the people I saw there this weekend at the No Grandma Killer Tour, these people were some of the pillars of the community. Without them, the communities would crumble. And it's just a few of them. And they with it. Coach Crew Cut. We need about 1.5 million of that dude in each and every state. So whether that be 50, I don't know, million people. People who tired of seeing us lose. People who are dedicating their life to make sure we win. I don't see how you pissed off at that. I don't see how you say they Africans. I don't see how you say they Moors and are Christians and all this, because none of those people do what these people do. That's why when you talk that shit, you got to get what you deserve, because that's what we've been playing. See, we've been giving all our energy, prayers, money to all this bullshit. And what have you gotten out of it? What have you gotten out of it? Not a goddamn thing. But some laughs. That's all you get. Is a comedian to keep you laughing at the end. And you see them motherfuckers falling out left and right. Cooning. The day of the Geechee is leaving, y'all. And you coons, you gots to go. This is a beautiful country. And these people done came over here and tore it up. And you got to clean it up. What you waiting for? And that's all of us. Me, the baby that's just being born now. The elderlies that can still walk. Get busy. All hands on deck. And that's the way it is. You got to make this a better place for us first. And that's what they saw. When they say they saw the light of America, the shine, that Statue of Liberty, that's in homage to you. Because you shine without the light. Flashlight was telling you that. Listen to the music. You see why they got your music so screwed up now? Listen to the music. Listen to those Louis Armstrong. Listen to those Count Basies. Listen to them brothers putting those notes together to give you a sound that you've heard, you know what good music is when you hear it. You not even you in another place. It takes you somewhere else, literally. And we just throw that away. The shit that they got posed up for music now, cuz, come on. Let's be honest. The stuff that's playing on the radio now, if you heard that when you was a kid, you wouldn't even listen to it, right or wrong. The sounds, y'all. Each instrument makes up the whole song. That's what we are saying. That's what it was telling us. You got to work together to make whatever it is you're going to make. Shit, I don't know. It might be a new kind of boat. I don't know. But whatever you conceive, you get with the right instruments, you can make that happen. And that's what was going on this weekend at the No Grandma Killers Tour. You had people tired of beating their head, tired of going to listen to these motherfuckers talk about Egypt. And when they're asked, well, what happened to the Egyptians? How did they get burnt off their land? I mean, Egypt used to look like New Orleans, same kind of environment, Delta, close by the sea. Now, how did it get turned to a desert? And those Egyptians don't want to tell you why. If those people were so great, how did they get burned out of their land? Where was Ma'at? Where was Haru? Where were they? I mean, if these are the gods, we can't keep playing around. You are the fucking gods. You are. We all are. We're a piece of that. We all got a piece to play. Boom. Hey, man, I want to make a sandwich, but I ain't got no peanut butter. I say, well, man, I ain't got no peanut butter. Here's some jelly. Got to help each other. Whatever another person is short of, you got something to put on it to bring it up. Help each other. Be nicer to each other. Love each other. Smile at each other. I know they got many of you wearing the mask. And that was funny this weekend. we were COVID-19. We were COVID, what would you call it? If we're doing it, we were that. Everybody had their mask on. Yay, guys. We had a ball. Contact Phoenix, find out when the next one is and be there. I don't care where you got to come from. The sister was coming from New York. Celestine, jewelry. This sister making jewelry. I was like, this sister made some jewelry. I bought something for my sister, gave my sister. My sister was like, damn. This is the kind of talent we got amongst us. Lisa Cypress. This chick gets books written when these people couldn't even spell, because you realize it's called English and then there's American English. American English is your take on it because they're coming into your environment. But if you think you're a fucking African, it's not your environment. You removed yourself from it. Is that too hard to understand? Come on. Everything they talk about is yours, but you looking across the Atlantic Ocean for 5,000 miles thinking your history, and this your history right here. And Lisa be finding them books, man. Lisa be finding books, the words are not even the same. You can tell what they are, but they spell them totally different. You would get an F if you spelled the way they spelled in the 1500s. And when you read what they wrote, you would see that they're talking about a total different people across the ocean than you. All you gotta do is read it. I mean, all you gotta do is read a paragraph and you'll get it. We don't even do that. We don't even teach our kids to do that. And you go into heaven? Okay, bye. Bye. This is what we do to our children, y'all. We make sure that they don't know a goddamn thing. And it shows. If they don't even listen to you, that's all you tell them. Because once the world get a hold of them, you know it ain't letting go. They got 60, 70-year-old crackheads still. Seriously? So some people, that's why they here for. Imagine what they did the last time. No Grandma Killers tour. That's going to keep going on. We got to keep that and make this grow. Because, man, all you got to do is look at the environment and you'll see yourself there because America birthed you. How in the hell don't you know that? You got people saying they African. When you ask them, well, what's your grandmama? Oh, my grandmama's an Indian. So how you an African, nigga, if your mama, how? And the look on their face like, that's what Malcolm say. He told me if somebody asked me, tell them I'm African. That's how we sound. And we look that way too, dumb. And we'll say it. Everybody. How many people's grandmama said that their grandmama was an Indian? Everybody hand goes up. Everybody hand goes up. So that's what the No Grandma tour is about. You can't cut out our women, dude, because the example and Phoenix, this is what the whole thing is cool. The example that because Phoenix is one of them sisters that was born around the time that Roe versus Wade, that abortion shit. They started making abortion, cool and legal and shit. And in America at that time, the 60s, late 60s, going into the 70s, sisters was trying to get out of that bondage shit, trying to shake that shit. So they wanted to work and, be free and pay their own way and do like everybody else did. But they still had making, you're not involved in the kids. I think the kids plan all that shit. The kids got to come, and a lot of sisters, they could have aborted their children. I mean, most didn't, but a significant amount did because they wanted a better life for themselves, and they thought it would be better if they didn't have no kids. Now, 50, 60 years later, you looking at their ass and they got that look on their face like, oops. Just let's say if Phoenix was caught up into that. You cut off Phoenix, you cut off her kids, you cut off their kids, and any other kids down the road. That's how they've been trying to get rid of you. And that's what No Grandma Killer is about. Start taking care of these women. Whatever you got to do, make sure they're taken care of. Make sure you're not bringing them no dumb foreign shit. and let's grow, y'all. Because we ain't going out like this. I hope all you guys have a good day, start of a good week. And this gonna be a cold week this week, y'all. Peace.